What's up guys, Sheldon back with another review, and today we're looking at the Super Action statue Rohan Kishibe version? Well, who knows considering how he acts, but version 3 from Jojo's Bizarre Adventure Part 4 Diamond is Unbreakable. So, this is the outfit he wears while he's playing dice with Josuke, and we'll talk about it a bit later. Let's go ahead and take a look at the box though. But here are some of the poses you could put Rohan in. Something that I noticed as well too is every character from part 4 actually has I don't know what this is. I'm Chinese, so it looks like Chinese characters, but they're obviously not. I forgot what it's called, but it's like when you have Japanese stuff and Chinese characters, whatever. It's that instead of English. But some of the poses you can put him in. Here is the complete suite of accessory that Rohan comes with. And actually, man, he comes with a lot of stuff. So a lot of hands over here, which we'll take a closer look at in a second. A magnifying glass, a pen, some dice, a bowl, a display stand, of course, and then a neutral head, as well as a yelling face. And then you have some box art over here. You can see the accessories are just waiting for me. Some more box art, a box window, and, just a look at the top over here, as well as the bottom. All right, cool. Let's take a closer look at the accessories, though. As expected, Rohan comes with a pair of fists. He comes with a pair of hands holding dice. He comes with a pointing hand as well as this semi-relaxed hand. Now, you can see over here that the index finger and thumb are tucked in together. Not tucked in, but together. And then the middle to pinky fingers are together. I'm not really sure what that was, actually. I just watched Diamond is Unbreakable, and I don't remember why he does this gesture. But here you go, it's one for each side. Rohan also comes with a relaxed hand with a peg in it, and a gripping hand for these accessories. So, the relaxed hand is to hold this bowl over here. It's a pretty standard bowl, nothing too exciting. And then that hand over here is meant to hold this magnifying glass, which is painted in a single glossy metal color, as well as this pen. Really not much to say about this pen, it's just, again, one color, sculpted like a pen, looks like a pen, but that is what these two hands are for. Rohan also comes with this hand with his fingers spread out and a broken pinky, as you can kind of see over here, as well as a peg hole in it. So, according to the story, or in the chapter, he stabs himself with the pen because he's trying to psych himself up to beat Josuke in some dice games. So it's really cool. It has the peg hole in there, and you can put the pen right there, so that's a really nice touch. Rohan also comes with a hand where he finally has that pinky bandaged up over here. It's a pretty nice touch, and yeah, it's got some nice sculpt work over here. Finally, Rohan comes with this pair of half peg hands, and those are very simply so that you can have him peg into the pockets to make it look like he has his hands in his pocket. So it's a nice touch. I'm glad that there's a peg in there. But as you can kind of see, I'm gonna try to do as best I can on camera. But that's mostly just to simulate this look over here. Alright, cool. So that pretty much does it for his hands. Comes with a lot of them. And then on top of those accessories, he also comes with these two sets of dice. So pretty nice. This one, it's all ones, and this one is all sixes. And then this one is... these dice are random. So 4, 5, and 6. I believe this is probably 1, 2, 3. There you go. So it's a pretty nice touch. You have two sets of dice over here. And then those, I'm pretty sure you just tuck them into the bowl, right? He also comes with this alternate yelling face. Now, what would a Rohan figure be without a angry or salty face, considering he's always scowling? But here is the angry face compared to the original one. And man, I really do. Maybe it's just Rohan's design, but this is painted really sharply and sculpted very cleanly, though. The eyes are painted very, very sharply, as you can see here. You have the eyelashes, and the lines over here are very clean. And the hair is also really well done. It's not big and clumpy like Play-Doh. It is, it is one piece, but the strands of hair are really nicely done, and they're sculpted in there, so there's a lot of texture, as well as this texture back here, though. So overall, really nice look. Alright, well, that does it for the accessories over here. Let's finally take a look at the figure itself. Alright, so Rohan stands just about 6 inches, maybe a little bit under, which comes out to be, I've done this so many times I should remember, roughly 16 centimeters, or 15 and a half. So a pretty decent size, and of course, here's Rohan version 3 next to Rohan version 1. So it looks like Rohan's gotten a little bigger. Huh. That's okay. I mean, ideally they'd be the same size, but he has gotten bigger, which is kind of strange here. Let's see over here. Yeah, just in terms of proportion, even his head is bigger. Okay. So, let's talk about comparisons so far, though. Personally, I like the newer version. It's just got updated engineering, so the joints are a little bit better. Plus, the pants just look better, to be honest, personally. Just right here, it's just so baggy. But it's a little not fair to criticize it simply because this is an older figure. But here's a comparison between the two, and here is Heaven's Door. And Heaven's Door actually matches the new Rohan pretty well, though. He's still got that gold theme going on as well as the white. So yeah, and actually he's got green shoes. So, nice done, Medicos. So here are all three together, though. All right, cool. Let's go ahead and put these two aside for now. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the articulation. So, Rohan does come with a pretty standard set of articulation, and a couple of new things over here though. But the neck, it's on that hinge joint over here, so no problem getting the swivel or rotation, I would say. And then the hinged, when combined, you do get him to look up all the way because there's nothing hindering the sculpt, as well as all the way down. Well, actually not that much, but it is there. And then the neck is on the joint itself, so let's see, you do get a little bit of play. So when you combine them, again, pretty good up, then combine going down, most of it is going to be going upwards, but there it is going down. And then for the shoulders, you actually have a similar joint to Onasui. So as you can kind of see, it's a barbell, which is just a ball into the torso, as well as I guess a ball and a peg into the bicep. But this allows it to get a little bit of rotation over here, so that's nice. It's kind of cool. The only problem is that it does give some gapping, so it's not hidden as well, but you do get articulation as a trade-off. So you get some nice rotation over here, and then you do get about horizontal, and it's nice because you can now tuck it into the sculpt if it ever gets in the way. So that's really nice. I like that. I personally enjoy it. And then bicep swivel, you get a little bit more going backwards, actually. Going forward, you could probably finagle it. Yeah, if you just finagle it and then tuck it in, you get some double jointed elbows over here. Pretty good range of motion. And then for the wrists, pretty standard. It's just that hinged peg over there that rotates and swivels. For the ab, I know that there is articulation in there, but it's a little tight. So it's a single joint and a joint over here. So rotation, not that much, even though it should be there. So here it is going up, here it is going back, and then for the waist, again, really not that much, even though it technically is there. I know it's there because I looked at the instruction manual. So it's unfortunate that it's a little tight. Again, it's probably the sculpt, and I suppose you don't want to break up these suspenders, but there's going to be basically no ab crunch at all. And then for the hips, also pretty limited, again, thanks to the sculpt, which is unfortunate though. So as you can see here, it is sculpted pretty close to the top. So going forward with the legs, just as it is, that's pretty much it. And then here it is going backwards, so not at all. But you can swivel the pants out like this, and then you can move the legs forward though. But I mean, I don't know, it really doesn't count. So that's unfortunate. Of course, over here, as you can see, that there is a thigh swivel, so that's unhindered though. Double jointed knees, pretty good range of motion, about 45. Well, yeah, pretty good range of motion considering how baggy the pants are. And then for the ankles over here, only a little bit going down, barely going up, and then you do have a toe hinge, which is very loose though, and you do get an ankle rocker technically, but it is sculpted very deeply in there, so you won't get that much articulation. So overall, in terms of articulation, the shoulders and arms are good. It's only the lower body and the abs that's fairly limited. Yeah, the character itself, luckily, isn't a very dynamic character, so you can get away with that. But overall, it's like good, just okay. In terms of sculpt and appearance, though, Rohan really does look nice, I have to say. It was a figure where I wasn't super sold on right away, but then, like, once I had it in hand and on camera, it's a very cleanly done sculpt. I just have to say that. It's just very well done. Personally, I feel like the proportions of the hips is off, though. As you can see, the body is fairly thin, and the pants just flare out, so it kind of looks like he's wearing clown pants. I don't know. I feel like it's his look, but I just don't like the baggy pants because of the articulation problem over here. But in terms of sculpt and design, though, I really do like it. The shirt, which is just a t-shirt over here, does have holes all throughout, and those are sculpted, and it's very nicely done. And I believe, yeah, it's not like an extra piece, so every flesh tone in there, it's just like painted in, and it's very clean, and none of it is bleeding out. And these suspenders, cleanly painted, and it does have a little bit of, let me see, is it glossy? No, it's mostly matte finish, but it does feel like leather, so it's actually pretty nicely done. And then as well, I don't know, that's not his belt, but it's his underwear. It's a pretty nice design. As you can see, the lines are pretty clean. It's got these little buckles in here and buttons. And even this thing, whatever this is, he's got a belt in here, just to be cool, is very nicely sculpted and detailed, as well as the shoes and the bottom of his shoes. So overall, the figure is very pleasing aesthetically. He's got shading in the skin as well. So very, very pleasing aesthetically, especially the face, I gotta say. It's a very piercing look. So overall, Rohan Kishibe version 3, I personally like it. I like Rohan too. I actually prefer his Highway Star outfit, mostly because it's a tighter outfit, and the lower leg articulation, even though I don't have it, I can tell it's better. But if you're a fan of Rohan, and if you're looking for a figure between this one or the old one, it's hard to decide because the old one comes with Heaven's Door, and that's pretty much like, you kind of have to get the original one if you want Heaven's Door. But if you want to add Rohan to your collection and you like Rohan, I'd say pick it up. It's a little bit more expensive currently though, because it does come with a bunch of accessories, but it's a pretty solid figure overall. Okay, well, that pretty much does it for the review. I'm going to put Rohan in a few poses at the end over here. But if you enjoyed, feel free to give me a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more. Alright guys, thanks for watching.